All right, peace, peace, peace. What up, what up, what up? I just want to come back. First and foremost, hopefully, most high house shall blessing y'all day. Um, by His mercies, you aren't consumed. Yeah, man. I just wanted to, let's go out there. One, we're alive in the Most High house shall's body, and we're naturally alive. Let's give them the esteem and praise that they deserve. Condolences too. Because anybody that lost a loved one too, because it's a lot during this time. Just in people in general, man. That's how I go on their show and showing that love and kindness to one another, man. That's just very important, man. Just walking, just ask the Most High how shall that strengthen us during this time too, because I don't know. I just came to mind because a brother in Discord app said how his sister lost somebody too. So, and this, I actually, my homies, he's lost his pops too, man. So his dad. So yeah, man, just people, it's people that just need that love right now, that really that godly love. But anyway, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was reading Susanna yesterday, right? And I want to get into this real quick because shout out to brother sent me first one too, because this has been a thing too. Because I was like, okay, because I'm going to talk about Susanna. Yo, man, honestly, man, Susanna, if this is like, that's why your house shall know. Let's go Psalms real quick. No, I'll get Psalms real quick. Yeah, Psalms 40 and 7. It says, and then I say, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me, man. Because, man, if you really read Susanna, man, this is really like Yahweh. This is really Yahweh Shah, man. It's really, that's why I like, listen, he said what? Search scriptures that see you. Like, the word, this book is like really about the Most High Yahweh Shah, man. That's why, like, that John 6:63, man, his words are spirit, man. Like, shout out to brother Akawar. I always say this too, man. And the brother Elijah as well, man. You got to read this book through the Most High Yahweh Shah's perspective, man. Like, because really the word testifying to them, man. Because I was sitting there and Susanna, before I went to movies yesterday, before I saw Sonic yesterday, man. That's why I'm wearing the black, right, and red for Shadow. Shadow's great though, man. And that's really just a side note. That's really I might save this for my movie channel, but that's really a testament a lot of times too. When actors, they get a lot of actors to play a lot of the parts that that's really akin to their personality. Not that I'm saying I know these people, but that was perfectly casted that Keanu Reeves does play Shadow, man. Because this in a side note too. Like I'm going to say I say this from a movie channel, but a lot of times too, like with actors, they bring out like even Kathy Bates, when she played Ann Wilkes in Misery, she said, "Listen, I had to use. I think we touched on it in the video. Like she used a lot of parts. She used a lot of parts of like her personality she didn't like, or I mean, a lot of her flaws as a person to bring out her bring that out of her in that role, man. Because she even admitted it. And much credit to her for admitting that, man. Because a lot of people can admit that too. She said, "Yeah, I had to bring aspects like of my flaws out of that personality, because out in my personality to that role, man." But because most of the time too, and a lot of times they do that, not with every actor, but they get that a certain archetype, like because Keanu Reeves, like I like, it's one of my favorite actors, because even when because I did like little movie back in the summertime, but I would like to get to that level, because he never does too much, because they know he's just limited. He never does too much, because when he has tried to do too much in certain movies, like, okay, this guy's not doing good, but they have him limited. And that's like the Lord willing, because actually brother in the word, like we just y'all probably seen it, y'all brothers and sisters probably seen a little short film we did one of my brothers in the word, we did a little short film. Lord willing, we're gonna try to do more, but that's neither here nor there. But I say it to say, like, because even for another example, like Ryan Reynolds, with Deadpool, man, that's pretty much like this so far I don't know the man, but that's like his personality. He's on record saying, "Listen, man, I was born to play this, man, because that's just pretty much me." That's like pretty much, man, because a lot of actors, they kind of play themselves in movies, man, sometimes, but it's a balance though, because like Word Chronicles Judah said, when you're an actor, pretty much you're a professional liar, pretty much. Percent. That's part of actually, not that you're trained and well seasoned in your craft, but that's what you pretty much are too. And a lot of that's another thing too. My bad, y'all. I'm kind of went a little tangent real quick. I'm gonna save this for my movie channel, but yeah, man. Going back to the point, man. Because because I was reading, but pretty much, man, reading Susanna yesterday, man. Not only this is the house shot, man, because I'm gonna go to this again, man. We're gonna talk about more about Susanna, Lord, later, Lord willing, but Lord willing, but yeah, man, because it's like but. I was just thinking about the whole Adam and Eve thing, because I was like, because listen, a lot that's a like common scoff too of that's a common scoff. That's a common, not as common scoff. Well, sometimes people scoff, but that's the thing too about it, man. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, why didn't Eve like why didn't Adam save Eve?" Like one he did though. Like that just goes into time and season things, or like the Most High house that's will being like being you know being fulfilled, man, because honestly, man, Adam did save Eve, but it was just didn't happen then. It happened now, because what do you think Adam and Eve was about? Shout out to brother sent me first born about. That was a precursor. It was showing you between like what us, yeah, the Most High house, us and Israel, man. That's what, because listen, we're Eve, man. That's all like a lot of times too. Like what we say a lot of times, what we talk about here a lot of times is like, listen, all the Most High just gives you that holy mirror. He just shows you that mirror of like how we see our women acting is how we act towards the Most High house. Just like Eve had the word and went off. Israel, we had the word and went off, things of that nature. But her husband saved her, died for her. Same thing with Yahushua. So yeah, like second Adam did save Eve, like and how now we just gotta believe on him as the scripture said and endure and keep his instruction. That's it, and yeah, man, that's in that John 3:16, man. Anybody just believe this the one perish, man. This the faith and this keeping of his commandments, man. That's it. But Eve, like we talked about a few weeks ago, man. Adam did save Eve, but they're just talking about like specifically in the garden, which ironically enough, Susanna takes place in the garden, man. Like so see that all goes into how the Most High house, like the volume of the book, man. But also too, let me get this Susanna 1:28, because a lot of people gotta realize this, man. Like shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn, because you can't stop people from their own desires. Like you can't stop people, save people from themselves, man. Because also too, like the brother said, man, you'll create like your mind will be so focused on not helping that person that you start like you put that person on the pedestal or idol in your heart, because you're so worried about saving that person. Like, but let's go to Acts, man. Let's go to Philippians real quick, man. Because and it's not saying don't be worried about your brothers and sisters, whether in the word, out the word, trying to because like that Romans 10:1 says that's our hope and desire that all Israel be saved. But listen, man, you gotta worry about your own soul too, man. Like let's get that Philippians in. Like I wanted to say we so to an untoward generation, but let's get that Philippians 2:12 real quick, man, because that's just is what it is too. And also too, that Ezekiel says, no, we're gonna get that in Ezekiel, man, but we're gonna go delve into a little more real quick, man. Because this ties into not only Yahushua and Susanna, but even Adam and Eve, like even that, which is connected to Yahushua, of course. Like this is the whole. It all flows together, man. But Philippians 2:12, it says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." So yeah, exactly. So how we do that? Psalms 2 and let's go. To do that, we gotta do this. Psalms 2:12. Psalms 2, not Psalms 2:12. Psalms 2 and 11. I'm sorry. It says, "Serve the Lord with fear, and serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling." Exactly, man. So we got to serve the Lord with fear and trembling, man. God, and rejoice with trembling, man. That's how we do it. So serve the Lord with fear and rejoice and trembling, man. Exactly. So that's what we do, man. That's how we do it. And believe in the Most High house. Keep the faith, and walk in the Spirit, kill off the inward man and keep it in his instructions, man. That's how you do it. But yeah, man. But that's why. And let's get that in Ezekiel, man, because because this is because we're gonna come back to Susanna. We're gonna talk about that later in the because I don't want to talk about it now, because I'm just want to focus on how it focuses on that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh gosh, where's that at? Oh yeah, Ezekiel chapter 14 verse 20. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, said the Lord, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall deliver but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. Yeah, exactly. So you know um and that righteousness, the righteousness of the Most High Yahweh shall have faith, and also do keep instruction, but but also to the same they right. Just lined up with Deuteronomy 24:16 as well. You know, like the brothers sent me first one they went over a few weeks ago. But though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall deliver but their own souls and by their righteousness. Exactly, man. So and also too, man. Like yeah, so no, that's why, man. So it's like, listen, that whole Eve thing too, and that's why, listen, Eve was way more righteous than any of us, man. Way more righteous than me. So honestly, man. So a lot of times too, like you gotta stop, think about that too. But also too, like the brother somebody first one said, like, listen, you can't stop somebody from their own, like desires or any stop wickedness from happening. You can't stop it because you know what? Let's get it because this is a very parallel. This Susanna is very parallel to you know it's very parallel to that, man. It's very parallel to that, man. Susanna chapter 1 verse 28. It says, and it came to pass on the next day when the people were assembled, and her husband Joachim, the two elders came also full of mischievous imagination against Susanna to put her to death. Why am I bringing this up, man? Because let's read Susanna chapter 1 real quick. Because Susanna chapter 1 verse 4, it says, now Jehoiakim was a great rich man. He had a fair garden unto his house, and to him was resorted the Jews, and because he was more honorable than all the others. And this ties into as well, man, like in the Proverbs 31, his name is, because a lot of times too, a lot of brothers, like a lot of men, whether they in the word out the word, they like listen, they say, listen, I want the complete perfect Proverbs 31 woman. Even brothers outside the word, Jake outside the word, say they want Proverbs 31 woman. But I heard that before. Or they kind of seen way, but pretty much they said they want a good woman, top shelf woman, but there's a certain caliber of man you had to be, because it's then they say, like, he's not only rich man, not only because money, but probably faithful, because at James 2:5, rich in Revelation, rich in spirit, but also notice how I say he's more honorable than all the others. There's a certain he was known to engage. He was respected by other men. But no, that's a balance to it, because you can't get a woman like that, and just not like you could be either wicked as hell or just a regular, like, no upright man, but not just known to engage. But that happens. Listen, that's all the Most High house, all the Lord. But there's certain men that way you in the word or out the word too. Like you got to be to get that type of woman too. And I'm just I'm not saying I'm just saying, like, just in general, man, because a lot of brothers say that. But it's all a reflection of us on us, because it starts with us, man. A certain way, like it's all a reflection. Because I was actually talking about this with my homie. Listen, the reason why you see the women that act the way they do, because what we just said, we talk about, because that's how we act towards the Most High house, even if you're out the word, a certain way how we're operating. So that's neither here nor there. But no, my point is that notice how it said he was like, he was pretty much like he had a high place, he had a high status. All judgment, like, all judgment, they they no that was about to no okay I was about to say something wrong, but yeah, man. But notice how he was pretty much, he was more honorable. He had a high status, man. So, like, and notice how he wasn't there to because sometimes certain things can still happen, man. Like, even back then, even in the ancient world, even back then, like with our ancestors, our forefathers, man, or like, it was more of a, of course, a patriarch. Okay, cool. That's my homie. Anyway, well, it was more patriarchal society, but still, things could still happen, man. It was more like, the woman wasn't getting abroad like they do now, pretty much. But it was for times like that, though. But there was a lot of wickedness going on during that time. But yeah, man. But things could still happen. My point is being that her husband wasn't present there when that happens, is saying, and Susanna wasn't in the wrong, of course not. But those two wicked men were still going to do what they're going to do. If it wasn't then, it was some other time. It was some other time they're going to do it. Just like when the serpent tempted Eve, like when serpent did what happened in the garden with Eve, man. If it wasn't then, it was going to happen some other time. And Adam, listen, man, just like we just talked about with Jehoiakim, like Susanna's husband, he had a high status, things of that nature. like Adam. Let's go to Genesis 2, man. Adam had the rule and dominion, man. Adam had stuff going on, man. So like he couldn't be there while when he probably couldn't be there when when the serpent beguiled Eve, man. Plus, like you can't stop anybody from their own desires, own yeah, you can't stop people. You can't stop people. My point is being that you can't stop people from their own wickedness. You can't. Like, that's what it is too. And that's why a lot of times too people blame the Lord. That's why that Proverbs 19:3 is really key, man, because like, people blame the Lord because a lot of people, it says, listen, in the Good News or translation, it pretty much says, listen, people blame their own stupid actions on the Lord. Like, no, why didn't the Most High in Yahushua, why didn't God stop me? Like, no, like, what you mean? Like, there's only one time, like, and I can recall in scripture what he did. And that's Genesis 20. He said, listen, I withheld thee from sinning against me. But that's another video for another day. Because you know what? I'm going to talk about that too. I want to talk about that now, but I want to talk about that too. But anyway, man, but usually when I hear people say this, they just, okay, what goes in my mind, okay, this is a person that doesn't like, accountability, man. Because that's just what it is, man. So, but yeah, man, let's go to Genesis chapter 2, man. Because yeah, man, Adam had rulership and dominion even before Eve got in the picture. Of course, that's why I always say it's not about us. Because listen, Yahushua and Most High Yahushua, Alpha and Omega, even before we even established as a nation. But listen, man, but Adam had rule and dominion, man. So let's get Genesis chapter let's get okay. Yeah. Let's get Genesis chapter 2, verse mm-hmm. Yeah, Genesis chapter 2, and 19. Yeah, I'm gonna go into this scripture and at a later time, Lord willing. And out of the ground, the Lord, out of the ground, and out of the ground, the Lord Yahweh formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living thing, every living creature that was named thereof. So yeah, Adam had ruler, man. Adam had rule and dominion, man. That's just is what it is too. So so yeah, man, he couldn't stop like that the thing that happened with Susanna, man. I mean with Eve, man, he had probably some other stuff going on. It probably didn't happen then. It was going to happen some other time. Just like people say about Esau, like, whole Jacob and Esau thing. Like, why did Jacob do it? They called Jacob a thief and this and that. I was watching that video. What was that? The Edomite guy. He had a little YouTube channel. He goes into movies, things of that nature. But I mean, get it from his perspective. But he even touched on the movie Jingle All the Way, with that old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Sinbad. They came out almost 24 years ago, because that came out in 1996. Yeah, man. But he was pretty much saying like how in the movie like Sinbad was pretty much Jacob, and of course Arnold Schwarzenegger is Esau, man. So like nationality wise, so like according to like nationality wise, I'll be correct, because like of course Sinbad being Jacob, but he's pretty much man. He pretty much said like he in the video he called Jacob. My point being, I'm getting past the point. He called Jacob a thief, and a lot of people do that, and that's not the thing. Like people forget, like like Esau, he rejected like the word of God. He rejected God, like he rejected the Most High. Like, what do you mean? Like, if it wasn't, shout out to brother send me firstborn, like he said, if it wasn't then, it would probably been later on. Just like, and Esau had no excuse, because look, we read Matthew 4. Yahushua was in a much way more state than that, man. He was at his weakest, like and that with Esau, it was just a day, it was just a mere moment. But Yahushua was like 40 days, man. And that 40, shout out to brother Kwame Cohen Shalimah. I didn't know, as I got to look more into it. They said it represents affliction, pretty much. Going through affliction or affliction. I think there's much credence to that. I don't know. I got to look into that, but shout out to that. But yeah, man, still, the house I had like Job 23:12 say. He says, listen, I desire. No, let's get that Job 23:12 real quick, man. Yeah, man, that's just a thing too, man. That's just ridiculous, man, because yeah, you can't stop people. Just like it's like that. Those elders, they was gonna do that because they was watching Susanna day to day. kind of like how the Pharisees would tempt Yahushua day to day, man. Because it says, let's get that Susanna chapter 1 verse 12. It says, yet they watched her diligently day to day to see her. So yeah, man, that's just kind of like I'm gonna talk about that in another video, man. How Susanna, that's it's pretty much like how the testimony of Yahushua, man, comes how he comes about in the book. But yeah, let's grab that, man, because Job real quick, man, because yeah. Because this is yeah. Job chapter 23 verse 12. Yeah, man, because Job chapter 23 verse 12. Neither I have gone back from the commandment of his lips, of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than necessary food, and that's what Yahushua did, man. That's that Matthew 4 is so deep with a lot of things, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about in that aspect, man. But yeah, man, that's it. You can't stop people from their own wickedness. He couldn't stop those, like Job and the husband, he had stuff going on. He wasn't there when that happened. Also too, man, the okay, somebody's messaged me. But yeah, man, also too, man, that's just is what it is, man. Like, you can't stop people from their own wickedness. You can't stop people from their own will, their own desires. You couldn't stop that. He was there. He had rule and dominion, just like Adam did. Well, he didn't have rule and dominion. He just had a high place, like, because they was in Babylon. But he had a garden, which takes Adam and Eve, of course, a garden. But just like Adam had rule and dominion, or ruler and dominion, man, a rulership and dominion, man. He probably wasn't there when that was serpent, did what he did to Eve. And also too, he had told Eve, Eve just didn't step fast to the word. Just like, no, just not to get on Eve too. We didn't say step fast to the word. We had it. We stepped fast to the word. But so yeah, man, you can't stop people from certain things, man. You can't. My point being is that, the husband couldn't save, the wife in the aspect. The husband couldn't save the wife in that aspect. But our husband can save the wife in this aspect. The Yahushua did save us. So came to save, and he did save us, man. So that's is what it is, man. He came to save us from what? From us. That's just what his own will and desire, man. Now this Susanna is a situation a little different, man, because that's where that the innocent, man. But that's just is what it is. But I just wanted to bring out that dynamic because because a lot of people say that. I was just really sitting there in Panera Bread thinking about this yesterday. I was like, wait, man, he wasn't Joachim wasn't present when this happened, man. He couldn't, if he was, it probably would have happened another time. Listen, man, that's what actually, reading Proverbs 1 again, and Proverbs 1 today earlier, man. People plan and plot and scheme to do evil and act on it, man. So people are cunning because they were cunning and crafty. So if it wasn't that time, they was watching day to day. It was going to be some other time they were going to do what they're going to do. So, but it is what it is, man. So, yeah, man. Hopefully it's edifying, man. So, peace.